All right, what's going on, party people? I want to make this brief. I don't know if it will be. Um, Dealing with the subject again about Scanback. And I, I'm trying to understand where the point of pain is with this subject. Because people keep saying, well, you need to get paid for your time. It's like anything you do, you just need to get paid for your time. And that's a W-2 mentality, in my opinion, because W-2, you're getting paid for you're only getting paid for the hours that you work. When you're running a business, it doesn't work that way. Um, there's a cost to doing business, equipment wise, and all of that. And if you're going to do a business, you need to have all the necessary equipment. So oh my, I'm trying to say this. I'm trying not to. I'm at the point where I don't care how it comes across. If you're gonna do this business, do it, do it right. If you don't want to do something in this business as an independent business owner, then you just tell the people who are contracting you what you're not going to do. It's that simple. The problem is going on right now is that notaries have orders that require scanbacks. And the notary is then pretending like, oh, I didn't see that scanbacks was due or required. I didn't know. Oops, my bad. I didn't realize that. So pay me more money. That's a bunch of mess because all of these systems, they make it clear scanbacks are required. In the email confirmation, scanbacks are required. And if you're not reading all of this stuff, then that's on you. And after you've been doing this for a while, all it takes is about maybe 3 months and you realize, okay, these are the companies that require scanbacks. There's a company here, a local company, I already know it. They want scanbacks. They have it listed in there, but I know they want scanbacks. And I know the part of the reason why they do scanbacks is because by us scanning it back, that allows them to have a digital copy to give to the customer. So they don't do it themselves. Got it. I get it. I mean, they're local. I literally could just drop it to them, but they don't want you dropping it to them. They want you to scan back and put it in FedEx. It only take me 15 minutes to drive to their office from pretty much anywhere around here, at least in the Virginia Beach area, and can drop them the documents off, but they still want scanbacks. Got it. I understand that. There's other companies, they want scanbacks because notaries are making a whole bunch of errors. Notaries are just doing some crazy thing. They're not double checking their work. They go in there, get the sign, they get all the paperwork signed, and then they just walk out. And they don't even go and double check. And remember, I talked to y'all about how notaries are going to another location and trying to do the notarizations and stamping stuff. And I guarantee you, some of them notaries have probably, forgot to notarize the documents and just went and sent the documents back. One of the big problems that I see all the time is that the signers don't want to date the paper. They'll sign their name, the word date is right there, and they don't want to date it. They refuse to date it. And I'm like, why? Well, I'm like, you need to date. Oh, I do? Why I have to date it? I mean, literally, that's, sir, they want you to date it. Okay. Ma'am, they want you to date it. Okay. And they literally tried not to date the thing, and I have to catch them. I have to catch them like, please date. And I tell them, I say, if you see a date field, date. If you don't see a date field, you don't have to date. So that's a problem. Documents aren't done correctly, whether by the signer or by the notary, and the notary isn't catching it. So therefore, it's like, okay, we need y'all to scan back so we can make sure we catch any errors that y'all have. It's that simple. It's just that simple. or it might need a scan back for funding. We need this loan funded and we need to scan back so we can go ahead on the fund it. Another reason why scan backs is because sometimes notaries don't get the stuff shipped out on time. You got to sign it on a Monday, and you don't ship and you don't put the documents into FedEx or UPS until Wednesday. And there are notaries who do that. Oh, I left them in my car. I forgot all about them. Because that notary tunnel vision, all you focus on is just getting it done. I just got it done. You know, sat there and just do the thing. I mean, literally just threw them in your trunk and just forgot all about them. So all of that kind of stuff, you know, and notice the 2 out of the 3 reasons is dealing with notary errors. You either not shipping out on time, notary error. You're not getting the documents done, notary error, correctly, notary error, or they need it for funding. So those are the 3 main reasons why you need to do scanbacks. Okay, they want to make sure your stuff is done right. They want to make sure that if you don't ship them out on time, they have a copy of it so they can do whatever they need to do. Or 3, hey, whether you ship the documents on time, we still need them because we need to do funding for this loan. If that's what they want, you give them what they ask for. It's that simple. You work a W-2 job, and then all of a sudden, you're sitting there, and they don't tell you when you first get hired. Oh, yeah, we got 15 hours of training, required training that we need to do every year. And you don't get paid extra for it, and you can't do it on company's time. You have to do it on your own personal time. I don't see you sitting up there with your hand out begging for money. They paying you $12 an hour, and they want you to do 15 hours of training, and you have to do it on your own time. There are companies that are like that. And you know what you do? You do the 15 hours training on your own time, and you keep it moving. Why? Because there's the hope that if I do it, they might give me a raise. If they do it, I might get a raise, down the road. That's why you're doing it. You do it for that reason. That's part of the job. So this thing of, you need to get paid for every hour or every dime that for every minute that you work and for your time, there's stuff that you do with the W-2 job that you don't get nothing. They don't compensate you at all. And they work you way more than what you would as a notary. They have you in meetings, and then tell you you can't count this as part of your work day. You're going to have to make the time up. They sit there and say, yeah, we're going to have a holiday party, and we want everybody to show up, but you can't count it as a part of your work day. You have to take vacation time. So I got to take vacation time at work to attend a holiday party that y'all say y'all want everybody to be at. But you don't complain about that. And you still keep going on about your business. And then you come in this notary business and somebody say, hey, can you do a scan back? Oh, somebody say, make sure you print single page on a borrower's copy. Don't print it two-sided. Oh, that's going to cost me more paper. That's why I'm trying to save paper by printing double-sided. We don't want that. We don't want them. Okay, well, you don't have to pay me more money because that's costing me so much more paper. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that's going on. And unfortunately, the people who are most vocal about their displeasure in this are people who look like you and me, or at least look like me, because I don't know what you look like on the other side. But they're the people who I've heard the most complain about it. Y'all are the ones who complain about it the most. I got Black friends who have told me flat out, I am not doing anything that requires a scan back. I'm not doing anything that requires me to drive more than 15 minutes from my house. Okay. So what is a person supposed to do with all of that information? Since starting the YouTube, I get I'm talking to y'all on the phone, and y'all are the ones telling me that in this Facebook group, and this Facebook group is predominantly Black, this is what the people are saying. They're saying they ain't doing this and they ain't doing that and dot, dot, dot. So for me, it's sort of hard not to point out that from this area, from this group, this is what they're saying. And it's not that I'm making it up, it's true. Now, on the flip side, you say, well, why don't you say it in a neutral way that, from a, just a Facebook group, just make it plain in general. Don't make it, don't, so that not to point out the fact that it's Black people saying it. Then to me, that would be disingenuous. Because then I'm like, okay, let me cover for you. Why would you don't want to sitting up here coming out publicly saying loud and proud what you ain't gonna do in a vernacular that a lot of us use, are not going to do, but we ain't gonna do. We are the ones in our community sitting up here on YouTube bragging about how much money we making with all these videos, but ain't really helping anybody out. And the only thing we're really doing is telling everybody what we ain't gonna do, what we better get paid for. It doesn't make sense to me. So, I can't really apologize if you're offended by me pointing that out, because to me that's just a true thing. This what I, unlike I was saying, and I was going to say on the flip side of that, the people of the other races, what I've heard from them is, hey, what I do is I take a portable scanner with me. So when as soon as I finish the signing, I'm scanning it right then and there. That's what I've heard from them. Have I heard a few of them say, yeah, they want to get paid extra for it? Yeah. But what I hear them mostly say is how they accommodate and they get it done. I hear from us, I ain't doing that. You need to pay me. My time is valuable. And y'all know what I'm saying is true. So that's why I said I can't apologize for speaking what I clearly have been told and seen for myself is true over the 2.5 years that I've been doing this. This is what we got going now. This is our people are the ones who saying it the most and bragging about it. And we tend to, we got people on Facebook bragging about them selling crack and how much money they made. I can see them doing it. That same mindset can be in with this. And see, look, we're all business owners with this notary thing. Just because we are considered business owners doesn't mean a person has the business mindset. And that's why I did that video about mindset. It's a totally different thing here. Like one person was talking about the maintenance and upkeep. It doesn't cost a whole lot of maintenance on this here scanner. Scanner should not cost an arm and a leg to maintain. If it is, something you got the wrong kind of scanner. I've only had to do one maintenance thing in 2 years on that, and it was just clean off something because it got dusty after so many scans. And the thing itself tells me, hey, it's time to do the maintenance. It tells me what to do, how to do it, click, 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 clean, 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 and I'm done in less than 5 minutes. Hit the reset button, and then I keep going. So for a scanner, it shouldn't cost you an arm and a leg. Now, if you got a scanner that's slow, 20 pages per minute, 15 pages per minute, yeah, that's why mine does 40. I think mine does 40 pages a minute. Invest in a good quality scanner. It doesn't take that long for me to do my scans. I get them, boom, knock them out. Converts them to a PDF automatically, and then I upload it to the portal. I'm done. So for me, Scanbacks don't take forever. It does not take forever because I got the necessary equipment to get them done quick. And if I could find a faster scanner that wasn't going to cost too much, I most definitely will buy one. I don't have a problem doing it. I really don't, because I understand the point in what and the reason why they're asking for it. Now, for some companies, if you don't want to scan back, all you got to do is make sure that you as a notary doing everything correctly. There was a company that contacted me, I believe at the end of the year, and said, "Hey, since this is your first signing with us, our rule is that you need to do at the first 3 signings, you have to do scan backs. And if everything looks good, then we'll take you off the scan back list." Gotcha. So what that told me, that there's a list out there at this company have of for notaries who need to scan back and those who don't. No, no problem. I did the order, everything was correct. I scanned it back. Within 30 minutes of me scanning it back, they emailed me and said, "Hey, thank you very much. Everything looks great. We're taking you off of the scan back list. And the only reason why you need to scan, will be asked to scan back, is if the lender requires it." So I did everything correct. Got the dates, got signatures done. I notarized it correctly. They was pleased and took me off of their required scan back list. Again, do the work right. And in most cases, you won't have to do scan backs. Show them that you are a notary who is better than that, than these other notaries out here who's jacking stuff up. And then talk to them and negotiate, "Hey, look, I've been doing things, for working for y'all for a while. Can you take me off the scan back required list? And if I start jacking up, then I'll be glad to go back on it." And see if you can do that. Negotiate that. Since you're worried about your time and you want to get paid, however, nobody has ever really came out with the calculations of how you calculate the money that's required for a scan back. I haven't seen that. So how about just talk to them and say, "Hey, has there been any problems with with my work?" "No, your work is impeccable. It's great. So can I be taken off the scan back list, or do y'all allow that?" "Oh, well, yeah. You know what? We'll try it. Let's see." And then all you got to do is don't mess anything up. That's it. That's an easy fix. I think it'll be easy for you to do that rather than sitting up here bragging on Facebook how you just made them pay you an extra $50 or $75 or $100 for some scan backs. And you putting yourself out there like that, don't you think somebody would tell on you? You know how some people are. I mean, people backstabbing like I don't know what. I ain't got no reason to dime you out because I'm gonna do what I need to do for me. I don't care whether you charge them or not. That's you. Because if they don't want to pay you, guess what? They're not gonna use you anymore. So for me, you doing all that helps my business out, help other people's business out, because they'll be like, one less notary I got to worry about competing with, because you done got on their last nerve. It's that simple. So I'm not trying, it's not my intent to, this, that's today. Where is this at? I'm already booked tight. I'm not gonna add any more to myself today. I'm already booked tight. I'm already booked. Yeah, it was $100, but I'm already booked solid. I got 4 today, and I'm trying not to overwork myself. So if it was tomorrow, that'd be different. So bottom line is simply this, y'all. If you don't want to do scan backs, just tell the people. Stop pretending like you didn't realize that what scan backs do, that you didn't know that scan backs do. Stop doing that. Read the instructions, tell them up front, put it in your profile. I don't do scan backs. Let them know. And I think you'll be fine. But, is it only a Black thing? No, it's not. But we're the most vocal about it. And y'all know that. We are the most vocal when it comes to what we aren't going to do. It's that simple. And every social media group that I'm in for notaries, we're clearly like, I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. And I've heard people, I don't care how much they pay me, I'm not doing it. And nobody has been able to give me a real justified reason why. Why are you so opposed to doing it? And it's just an arbitrary, well, my time is valuable. Okay, how valuable is your time? It's just valuable. How much is it worth? Because you just did an order, you did the order itself for $125, and that took you 45 minutes. So now they're asking you to do a scan back, and all you can say is my time is valuable, and I'm not doing a scan back because that's just wasting my time. And the time it takes to do the scan back is less than it took for you to do the signing. So I don't get it. So say what y'all feel like saying into this thing. I understand you're not going to agree with me, and you're probably still going to disagree, and that's fine. That's fine. But if you don't want to do scan backs, don't do them. And just tell them. Be upfront. Just be upfront and say, hey, I'm not doing it. I don't care how much you pay me. I'm not doing it. You ain't gonna be around long, but that is what it is. All right. So read what y'all got to say in the comments. Talk to y'all later. Peace.